Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm very excited to bring you guys all the news about Civil Warrior's massive buff. This dude, I'm so excited. So there's 4 champions getting buffed for March. It's Massacre or Massacre, Angela, Hood, and Civil Warrior. And by far, I am most excited for the Civil Warrior buff. He seems like the best buff to me personally. And the thing about Civil Warrior is he's always had potential. Like, he has utility, it's just he has no damage currently. So it doesn't really feel too good to use him. So what we're going to do, this video is going to be totally dedicated to Civil Warrior. We're going to quickly take a look at his current abilities in game and then take a look at his newly buffed abilities just to really contrast how big of a change this is and to really show what's being changed. Some things are added, some things are being increased, some things are being taken away a little bit, decreased. So we're going to talk all about it. So let's go ahead and get straight into the current Civil Warrior's abilities. So his current signature ability allows him to start with 2 armor ups, and also on special attacks, he receives 20% special damage resistance while blocking, increasing by plus 30% when fighting mutant champions. So a max of 50% only against mutants, 20% normally. This is a max sig 4-star. I don't have the 5-star awakened, unfortunately. So currently, Civil Warrior's heavy attacks inflict a heal block for 5 seconds. And if you throw a special attack while the opponent is heal blocked, it's then replaced with a 10-second heal block, so you can elongate it that way. And on special attacks, you also consume armor buffs to create indefinite passive armors. When attacked, Civil Warrior reduces the enemy offensive ability actually by 15% per armor up charge, which is kind of annoying when you're fighting him. I remember learning that in like AQ, like on map 6, like so long ago. Yeah, 20% chance to gain armor up buffs. I think that's is that on blocked hits? This looks kind of weird in game. And on all attacks, you have a chance to gain armors. He has a passive that the Mark II suit grants him 50% poison and bleed damage resistance for each armor up active. This does not function when fighting Cosmic champions. And then Special 1 triggers 4 armor up buffs. Special 2 depletes up to 60% of the target's max power. Special 3 is guaranteed to power drain, depleting up to 55% of the target's max power. If the target is reduced to 0 power from this attack, they also become power locked for 6 seconds. So, it's like decent utility. There's just nothing for damage in here. And he's going to get a very big damage increase. Plus, it's going to better his utility with this buff. So, let's go ahead and get into the new abilities. And real quick, before we do get into any of the actual abilities, let's just touch upon the prestige, because he is getting a prestige increase. So currently, Civil Warrior's prestige at 6-star rank 3 signature level 200 is 12,941, and after his buff, it'll be 13,250. So definitely not like the new Doctor Doom prestige wise or anything like that, but it's definitely a solid prestige increase, which is always a good thing when a champ is getting buffed, especially a really old champion. So yeah, let's get into it. So basic abilities: armor, fury, heal block. He's got fury. That's where he's getting his attack increase from. So strengths, long fights, Civil Warrior can stack up a ton of fury buffs. Even long fights to get some massive damage. Heal block, on demand heal block, which is great. Weakness, buff, punishment. Although he is immune to stagger and nullify, he is very susceptible to any matchups that punish you for stacking a lot of buffs. So the following stats and abilities are based on a 565. Always active. Civil Warrior's combination of Super Soldier Serum and Advanced Stark Tech renders him immune to nullify and stagger effects. That is just a great passive ability to have. That is so strong. You can take him against like Symbiote Supreme. You never have to worry about being nullified. You never have to worry about just so many interactions with nullify and staggers. That's such a great ability, especially on a champion that is so reliant on stacking up a ton of buffs, because now he's going to stack up a ton of fury and armors. So just being immune to nullify and stagger is great, man. That's really, really nice. So for each armor up buff active on Civil Warrior, reduce the opponent's bleed and poison ability accuracy by 25%. So that's interesting. So I wonder if you have like 4 armor up buffs and you're fighting, for example, Biohazard, if you will just completely turn the node off because you'll reduce the ability accuracy by 100%. If that's how that works, I'm going to have to test that out. Seems interesting. So personal armor up buffs, unless otherwise stated, Civil Warrior's armor up buffs provide 233.33 armor rating and last for 11 seconds. So on all attacks, every 5th basic attack that either champion throws has a 100% chance to grant 1 armor up buff. So every combo, you're going to gain an armor up buff. If you dash back and hold block for 1.2 seconds, it converts all your armor up buffs into fury buffs, with each providing 276.12 attack rating for 12 seconds. These fury buffs have a max stack of 50 and are refreshed each time an armor up buff is converted this way. So you can really stack these fury buffs up like crazy, man. You can definitely get to 50 of them in like Labyrinth or Abyss type of fights. You can stack all the way to the max of 50, and you can get some pretty gnarly damage. So heavy attacks, currently it was 5% heal block, 5 second heal block that it applies. Now it applies at 10-second heal block. So it's just doubled the duration of his heal block on his heavy attack, which is really nice to just have such quick and easy access to a heal block mechanic. You don't even have to use a special attack, which is great. So special attack 1, when launched, pause all armor up buffs for 20 seconds. On hit, pause all heal block debuffs on the opponent for 6 seconds. That's just all special attacks. Sorry, not even the special one. The special one specifically still gains up to 4 armor buffs, 100% chance each. Special 2, Repulsor Rush, 100% chance to power burn 2 bars of power, dealing direct damage proportional to the amount lost. So if we take a look back in game, before it was only up to 60% of the target's max power. Now it just straight up will burn up to 2 bars straight up. So that's really great. And it sounds like he's going to get some direct damage. It kind of sounds like Vision Special 2, where it's going to do damage. I don't know if it's solely based off the power that was lost. I don't think it will be. That'll be interesting to see. So yeah, they increased the power control on the Special 2. And then the Special 3, they also changed how the power control works. So the opponent is passively power locked during this attack. So what that means is, like, if your opponent is at like 2.5 bars of power, normally that's when you don't want to throw a Special 3, because your Special 3 will push them over the threshold. But you don't have to worry about that. So where Special 3 will just straight up power lock them at that point, which is cool. And then 100% chance to inflict power drain, removing 1 bar of power. If the target is reduced to 0 power, they receive a power lock debuff for 14 seconds, preventing them from gaining power, which is very interesting. So this is a bit of a, I don't know if I call it a nerf, but his current Special 3 drained up to 55% of the target's max power. Now it's only 1 bar, which is like 33.333%. So it's been lowered a bit, but the power lock you can get is way longer. And they also added the additional thing of when you use the Special 3, they're passively power locked. So I don't know. I think this could be better overall, because if you throw that Special 3 when the opponent is just below a bar of power or perfectly at a bar of power, then you're going to power lock them for 14. That's a pretty long power lock, man, which is pretty great. But yeah, I don't know. The Special 2 might be the way to go for really controlling power. We got a dev note here. You need a ton of control in a long fight after stacking up your Furies with some massive power locks. I love to ramp Civil Warrior up, then power lock the opponent to get some long backdraft combos going. So that's one way to play him. I wonder if you can actually spam Civil Warrior's heavy in the corner with that long power lock. I think you can, so that could be pretty interesting. Now, his signature ability. This is a really cool change. So Civil Warrior begins the fight with 2 indefinite armor up buffs. He started with that before, but now blocking during the opponent's special attack inflicts them with a passive weakness, reducing their attack rating by 60%. This is also true if Civil Warrior was blocking prior to a Special 3. So a dev note here, if you accidentally get an opponent to a Special 3, you don't have a Special 2 or Special 3 on deck to pull them down, make sure to just hold block to get some massive damage reduction from the attack. So that's very interesting, man. I wonder if this could stack with those Special 3 boosts that reduce the amount of damage you take from Special 3s. Could be interesting, but yeah, just a bit of a safety mechanic. If you screw up and your opponent gets to a Special 3, it's not as strong as like Iceman's ice armor to cap it at 5% or Luke Cage's indestructible, but it's better than nothing. And just applying a 60% weakness when your opponents throw specials, not even limited to the mutants anymore. That's crazy. Like that could be pretty good for the Abyss Collector, man, with his super annoying special attacks to dodge. just block them. It takes so much reduced damage through the block. Civil Warrior also has pretty solid block proficiency already. I don't know if it's getting increased or not. But yeah, so you could take a lot of block damage. The Civil Warrior just sounds so awesome after the buff. He just sounds like he's going to be very tanky. The block's going to be very strong. You're going to be getting armor ups as well. You can convert them into Fury, so you get some attack going. You don't have to worry about your buffs being nullified. He's got heal block at the ready on any heavy attack, and then power control on his special 3 and special 2. Like, he sounds like a pretty well-rounded champion now, man. I'm really, really excited to play him. Here's a look at his synergies. I don't think there's anything like too crazy, just some base stat increases synergy-wise. And then a recommended mastery for him is Collar Tech, which lowers the opponent's, for Tech Champion, it lowers the opponent's power that they get passively. Which I don't have unlocked. The only person I know that even has Collar Tech, I think, is Pete and Brian. But yeah, it costs a lot to unlock. It's the same amount as Mystic Dispersion. But yeah, he sounds really solid to me after this buff. I'm very excited to play him and get some gameplay for you guys as soon as the game is updated and we have the newly buffed champs on the CCP beta. I'll be sure to record some Civil Warrior gameplay and show you guys what's up, because I'm really excited to play him. So let me know what you guys think. Do you have a 5 or 6 star Civil Warrior? I unfortunately don't have a 6 star, but to everyone who has a 6 star, this is like so great, especially if he was if you only have a few 6 stars and he was the one you pulled early on. Like, that's going to be so good for you. So yeah, I'm very interested to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you did enjoy the breakdown, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Share it with your alliance mates. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.